Hello guys, welcome to 2024. This is the first video I am filming of the year, and I want to get started for the year and talking about what a lot of people are talking about right now, and that is what I'm not buying in 2024 and just some other things that you may or may not be seeing from me in the upcoming year. By the way, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I was a sales associate in luxury resale for 10 years. I give tips and insights into what you should and should not be buying in the luxury resale industry. That's authentication, that's how to make better buys, and just general information and knowledge that I really enjoyed passing on to you. I kind of want to hear from you guys' comments below, what are you still buying? What is still something that you are bringing into your life, bringing into your wardrobe, your collection? It could be fashion related, it could be not. These are some of mine that I'm not, but I am curious to know, and I kind of want to chat about that in the future. So be sure and comment those down below, and let's get started. First thing I'm not buying in 2024. You know what? I take that back. I think I will live a happy and fulfilled life if I never buy another style of jeans ever again. Ever again. Every time I finally have cracked the code and I'm finally comfortable, the style changes. And what I'm here to say is that at 33 years old, this is my last cycle. I don't care anymore. I have all of the pairs. I have all of the styles. I have skinny, I have boot cut, I have straight leg, I have mom, I have acid wash, I have dad, I have flared, I have straight. Jeans used to be a super easy and enjoyable thing for me to buy. Why in God's name did they take the stretch out of jeans? As a human woman that exists with curves, I am so sick to death of going through websites and trying to see the stretch content. So first, my decision was I'm not buying any more jeans that have less than 2% stretch. That was a rule. And then I looked in my drawer and I realized, why even bother? Comfort is relative, and it's not the only thing that I think about, but I will say that I have realized that I don't like myself in jeans. I prefer dresses. I'll do shorts every once in a while, but a t-shirt and jeans is not my vibe, especially since now everything is high-waisted. Even though, the Gen Zers are saying low-rise is coming back. I think that enough of us are going to mutiny against it, even though I think that lower rises are more flattering for my body, personally. But I don't like how high-waisted jeans look with the t-shirt tucked in all the way up to here. I don't think it's flattering on me, and what I've decided is that I'm gonna wear other things. And I'm not buying any more jeans until the New Year's ball drops for 2030. That's what I'm putting out into the world. By the way, look for more hair videos in the future. I feel like that's just something else that I've always wanted to explore making content around for decades. I started my natural hair journey when I was in high school, and the big thing that helped me do it back then, this would have been in 2006, 2007, was the internet. And I always have wanted to, add some of my own experiences to it. It's something I am thinking about, and we're gonna give it a shot. So let me know if you guys are interested. By the way, this is, you'll see. It is always fun to buy a cool new gadget, right? Types of brushes that work for my hair type, they're never more than 20 bucks. And it is so easy to fall into the trap of 20 bucks here, 15 bucks there, $12 here. Ooh, this one's only $7. And then you look up and you have 50 different hair brushes, and you don't need them all. I'm pretty persuaded in knowing what works for my hair and what works for my lifestyle and routine. And I spent all last year, the last couple of years, I guess, buying new tools and hair brushes, and now I have so many tools and so many hair brushes, and I don't like how my hair looks when I use certain tools. I know what I like, and I know what I require, and I know what works for me, and I need to just do that. This is me specific, but you can apply this to whatever it is in your life. You know the best detangling tool for my hair when I decide to air dry it and leave it curly? My fingers. We're gonna circle it back to on topic for me a little bit. This is not a pledge to buy no bags, but it is a pledge that I cannot have another new bag until I have a daily or regular place to carry it. If you saw my last video, then you would have seen that I've made some changes to the shelf back here. My lifestyle has changed significantly, and it's something that we, you know, welcome very much. Maybe it's transitional, maybe it's permanent, who knows? But I'm not really leaving the house all that much. I'm not going out. My thing was work bags while I was going out to work daily, and since that's not happening, I have the work bags. I have what, like 4 or 5 of them. You know, they are fully sufficient. If I'm being honest, I haven't touched them in a while. I'm not prepared to get rid of anything else currently, but I'm definitely not going to be adding anything new into the mix until I feel sufficient need for it. For those of you who are not aware, in 2023, I left my main daily job working in the consignment industry, and yeah, now I'm doing modeling and YouTube and puppy mommying basically full-time. For the past couple of months, this probably isn't going to be forever, my life hasn't really required handbags, which has been very, very weird. While I do miss like having to make myself presentable for you know, for different settings, that's just kind of not what's happening right now, and it would be like not acknowledging reality for me to continue to be shopping and bringing new pieces into my wardrobe that I'm not actually using. My goal and mission for my collection for years has been anti-mausoleum closet, and mausoleum closet happens when you're not using your things regularly. I'm gonna use what I have for the time being and add in when I truly feel like I am deficient in something. This isn't necessarily about money. This isn't necessarily about a number. Different people budget their, you know, bag collections and wardrobes in different ways. For me, it's just more about what I need and what I'm using at the moment. And at the moment, I have more than what I need on a day-to-day basis. So I'm gonna use this until I feel like I need something else. But honestly, I feel like I've said that every January. We'll see how I do. I don't exactly know how to say this. Now, of course, this one comes off the heels of a giant life change, giant, you know, income and budgetary change. And with that does tend to come a reprioritization of things in your life. And for me, it is really called to my attention that I don't want to engage with Chanel anymore on this channel. I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of obsessing over it. There are other brands out there, and they suck up all the oxygen in the room, and it's not for me. It just isn't. Don't like tweed. I don't like ballet flats. I don't like slapping CC logos on my body. I looked in, I saw, I bought, I conquered. It's not my style, it doesn't work for me, and you know, again, as always, not to knock anyone who does. This is now like year 8 of me being here on, you know, YouTube making content, and I just don't feel like I have anything worthwhile or purposeful to contribute to Chanel price increases. We have talked about it. We've talked about it at length. I just feel like the availability of videos of people shaking their fists at the Chanel gods, you know, for the price increases. I know Chanel bags like the back of my hand, but I just feel like, for me at least, like, I'm at a place where I don't need to engage with it in my own life. I did a video not too long ago about coming to this realization with Hermes, and I'm at the same place kind of with Chanel. Like, I've tried it and I'm past it. It's not for me. God bless to anyone who does still want to engage with it, but you know, it's not my look, not my jam, and it's certainly not within my budgetary constraints. But like, that's not the reason I'm sick of talking about it necessarily. The reason I'm done with it as like a concept is because it just sucks up so much oxygen in the room, and I just feel like, especially with YouTube and content creation, that it gets so repetitive. Now, there's a lot of problems with things like algorithms, and I understand that like audience of people who are interested in hearing content creators complain about algorithms consists 100% of other content creators. The reason why so many people who create content on these platforms make so many of the same videos, look at me, I'm no better doing a what I'm not buying in 2024. is because the algorithms base what they show you off of data that they already have about the attention and time and engagement that other people who they deem similar to you have also seen and enjoyed or engaged with. So extrapolate that down further, and this creates an environment where a lot of the content and topics getting repetitive. That's how we ended up last year with a whole slew of quiet luxury videos. You'll notice that I didn't make one. I want to put energy into putting information and opinions and takes out there if I feel like I have something like productive, relevant, possibly enjoyable to contribute. And if I feel like I'm amongst a sea of like 50 other creators all saying the same thing, then more than likely I'm gonna skip it. I really want to be intentional about this type of stuff that I put on here and like what I put my energy into, you know? I don't know, this somehow devolved into like a content creation rant. It wasn't supposed to. Hold on, you know what, actually, I do want to say that there is still content that I can create. I really enjoy doing live streams with you guys, and to do another live shop with me where we go through like what's the best Chanel bag under 3,000. Those are so fun. So look for more of those in the future. Like I do still have like some gas in the tank for like that kind of stuff, but as far as like, oh, the Chanel 24, the poop emoji bag, do we really need that from me? I don't think we do. I just don't think we do. There have been too many years of too many bad bags from them at too high prices that I'm out. What is still fun is to go through some of the other stuff, you know, and that's kind of where I want to keep my focus. So, you know what? I'll talk about Chanel if they actually make something that is decent and worth buying, and you guys want to see like a look for less on it. Like I am so here for that kind of content, but what I don't have energy for anymore is shaking my fists at the sky because a bag that I don't like and wouldn't buy anyway is now more expensive than I would have paid. We've had 8 years of that, and we're gonna move on. So yes, obviously this all can still be fun. And yeah, if you have a look for less that you'd like to see, I also did get a request to get some like wear and tear videos. Those I'm happy to do. If it's like actual like information, if it's actual like engaging, if it's something fun and interesting, and if it's something like relevant, actually relevant to you guys who are watching my content that I make. But if it's about a Chanel price increase, then there's so many other places that want to talk about that, and I'm sure that they're in your suggested feed right next to this video. So now the last thing that I'm tapped out on for the moment for 2024 is any more dog stuff. So you guys met the little one in my last video, maybe during my live stream when I first brought her home. First of all, she's doing amazingly. I bought, you know, all of the crates, all the beds, all the blankets, the toys, the snacks, the treats, the poop bags, and I am still having like so much fun with it. But you know, I've come to a place where like she has all that she needs and more. We're still figuring it out, and I'm just so happy to tell you guys that I struck gold in finding her. She is the most perfect angel of a puppy that you could even imagine. And we're doing well. Not that everything has been easy. It's definitely been like a mind shift. It's definitely taught me patience. She's a puppy, and sometimes her being a puppy is at odds with me being like a YouTuber. That said, she has so many things and we have so much to figure out. So if it's anything that isn't directly involved in her nutrition, safety, general well-being, or, you know, behavioral development, we're gonna have to go without it for a little bit. This is more a note for me than it is necessarily to you guys, but just like with everything else on this list and probably a couple of other things, like I am going to focus on repurchases and refills as opposed to new purchases. And whether it be for her, for me, for my collection, for my home, like I'm going to wait to buy certain new things until the point where I feel like I absolutely am like leaving time or value on the table without it. So that's where I'm at. By the way, I do want to show you guys some of the things that I did get. I'm going to do a video coming up of like designer dog stuff and what I have my eye on and what is absolutely absurd. And I think that's going to be fun to do. So look for that pretty soon coming up. Happy New Year. I have a lot of things on the horizon. I did talk about doing some of those live streams, and I am going to be starting a subscription service soon. If you have any like ideas for things that you would like to see from me as a part of a subscription service, I know I'm definitely going to be doing some private live streams very soon, so look out for news on that front. What I've always wanted to do is like talk to you guys about like places like Poshmark and eBay. For years, I've been going through Poshmark and like reporting stuff as fake. That's kind of like one of my, that's my other Candy Crush, I guess. So look for a live stream where we do that in the subscription channel in the future. And yeah, welcome to 2024. Happy New Year. May you do a no buy for things you set out not to buy, anything that is not, you know, a positive addition to your life. But don't forget to enjoy yourself and have fun. It's rough out here, so you get that little dopamine boost from that thing you said you weren't gonna buy and it's not gonna absolutely kill your bank account, then go for it and don't tell anybody. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in my next one.